Yeah, Still City Sports Rules back in the house, man. Thank you for joining us. Host Luther Dupree joined as always. Smoking Jim, Claudio, Fillmore, Big Rome is back in the house. We got to give a shout out to Big Ralph Williams. He's down, but he'll be back next week. Get better, Ralph. Listen, man, so much stuff that's going on right now. Man, I just can't wait to get into it. Smoking Jim, you good? You've been kind of quiet. You good, Jim?
I'm good.
All right. Claudio, Rome, Fillmore, how y'all feeling?
Feel good.
All right,
pretty good, man.
Back, Big Rome, you good? What you been up to, man?
Man, shout out to Insulators Local Union number 2, which I'm a part of, that I've been a part of for a quarter century. Sometimes you get called out to get that bread, man. Some things can't be helped.
All right, you got to be careful showing that lizard. That could represent something else nowadays.
Well, listen, This is what it represents. I'm here to let you know anything else is none of my business. I like that. No, I'm good to go.
All right. Let's get started, man. Claudio, you get us started with your huddle up, then we'll go to Smoking Jim.
Unfortunately, I'm really not prepared for huddle up, and I really don't have anything to say.
What? Oh my God! You got a crowbar some Buster.
36 years ago today, February 11th, 1990. Me and my friend Vince Kaplak went to Tom DeNuno's house. My friend Tom was sitting right there, and I said, "Man," he kept asking us, "You guys want something to eat?" I said, "Tom, you know what? Don't even look at us because I think the fight's going to be over in a couple minutes." Now, you got to remember, as I said before, I knew who Buster was, but I didn't know his story about his mom. It had recently happened. And as I said, I had pretty recently lost my mom. So Buster was my guy, but I said, damn, he's going to win this for his mom, but Tyson's going to run through him. I've never seen – that was almost a perfect fight from Buster, except for the uppercut knockdown. Other than that, I've never seen a fighter dominate other than Tyson Spinks. That was one quick round. Marciano Walcott, 2. That was one quick round. And I guess Holmes, Marvis Frazier. But I'm talking, but the entire length of the fight, I've never seen somebody so accurate, move so nice, just great that night. And he had a ton of ability. Whatever happened after that doesn't matter. But it was, in my opinion, there were 3 huge upsets in sports history. 69 Jets, name it. 83 Valvano NC State beating Houston. And, of course, Buster beating Mike Tyson. And don't listen to that mess that Luther tries to throw on you that Tyson wasn't in shape. Okay? He was in shape.
He was partying, man.
He just beat him. Nobody would have beaten Buster that night except for Richard Torres. Other than that, nobody else would have beaten him.
My man, Claudio. Hey, real quick, I like that. You always find a way. Every show we've ever done, you always find a way to crowbar him. First, hey, shout out to Convos. She got a great show. Make sure you check her out. Convos. Appreciate you jumping in her early. DM Productions, what's up? And OG Owen. Oh, we got a whole lot to talk. We're talking about.
Buster Douglas. All I know, he's undefeated in one match. He's undefeated. So that's all I know about Buster.
Hey, man, Claudio is a mess. Always got a crowbar that man.
He only made $1 million. He only made $1 million on the Tyson fight, but made 25 against Holyfield. And he's done well. He's got the bourbon as I showed you. Don't make me go get that bourbon now.
Oh man, just get me when you open it up and crack it. I'll come over then, Claudio.
You're not allowed to have that. You don't like Buster. I can't give you his bourbon.
You can't have Buster's bourbon.
I have no problems with Buster Douglas, man. But you just crowbar him. All right, but speaking of crowbar, let's crowbar Smoking Jim in here before he starts whining. What up, Smoking Jim?
Hey, Lou, great job, Claudio.
Thank you, Jim.
Hey, listen, man. The one thing that came out of Super Bowl weekend was that the great Roger Craig, who I never thought would get into the Hall of Fame, earned the right to go into the Hall of Fame, man. Roger Craig, anybody that watched him play, was a great back, man. He was outstanding at Nebraska, but he played a backup role a lot of the times because I Am Hip was there, and
I Am Hip.
He was he was a blocking back for Mike Rozier. He ended up winning the Heisman Trophy. Nobody knew he could catch that football, man. He was a high knee running guy, and nobody knew he could catch the football because if you catch 4 passes at that time at Nebraska, you was up for the Heisman, man. So
right.
They never threw the football, man. He got an opportunity to go to the 49ers and just shine, man. I'm just so happy for him. His stats was borderline, but anybody that watched him play, run the football and catch the football, he was a Hall of Famer. And he was a Hall of Famer for me, and Claudio would love this. The reason I would have voted for him for the Hall of Fame is because he married Michael second and none sister.
Oh,
I didn't know that, Jim.
I didn't know that either. Okay, Jim. All right. Hey, that wasn't too bad, Smoking Jim. Listen, man, mine is sweet. A lot of things going on right now. I want to talk to a lot of the young ladies out here, man. Feel real bad for Rickea Jackson. She just got abused by a guy, a rookie, James Pearce Jr., 10 sacks this year. He ran his Lamborghini in, had an altercation with the police. I mean, man, you got to leave some of these guys alone, man, making these bad decisions. She could have lost her life. I'm glad she's okay. She says she is going to testify. He was abusive, and hopefully gets whatever's coming to him, man. Another guy I'm talking about, Stephon Diggs. Now, not that I have a lot of love for Cardi B, but I mean, spending $1 million for a party, and Stephon Diggs, he was more focusing on having his baby mamas at the game than catching passes with Drake May. I mean, he got Cardi B dancing, doing Big Buddy's halftime. He got Cardi B $1 million for a party, 4 of his baby mamas in front row with his mom. I mean, man, this guy's not focus on everything else. The game on your team, man. This picture signifies everything. He's all about the party, all about that. Him and his brother, they're not focused on winning. You'll never win a Super Bowl with Stephon Diggs on your team. And as I said last week, New England Patriots didn't belong there. And I think the game showed it. No offense. Their defense played well in spurts, but their offense was C-level. 2 rookies that couldn't block anybody. They had no business being there. AFC was weak. The fact that they sent a weak team like New England to the Super Bowl, I told you last week the Super Bowl was the Seahawks versus the Rams. And but ladies, you got to make better decisions. No more James Pearce. None of these Stephon Diggs. It's going to lead to nothing but trouble. No matter if you're Cardi B, Rickea Jackson, or just Shanae from the street. Leave these brothers alone, man.
Shanae.
All right, fellas, man. Let's jump into it, man. I mean, Joey Porter started it, man. He started, we got to talk about Bathroom Ben in a little bit. Make sure you give us a call. We got a lot of things to talk about, but let's jump into the Super Bowl real quick. Big Rome and Fillmore, start us off. Your thoughts. And I believe you had it right with me, Fillmore. No, you picked the Patriots, didn't you?
I picked the Patriots. I picked the upset.
Hey, take your L. All right, what's going on? What were your thoughts?
So look, man. On Joey Porter, he laid it out there. But this is not news to us Yinzers, us Pittsburghers, because we know Ben was a butthole. We know Ben was a horrible teammate.
Oh, that's diabolical, Phil.
Hey, I mean, that's what you do in the bathroom, right? That's what the bathroom's all about. I mean, that's what you're gonna say. But we understand. We knew that Ben was like, he threw teams under the bus all the time when he had that radio show after each game, and he would put blame on people and never take accountability for his poor throwing. Because he can't read pre-snap defenses. That's why he had to scramble for 18 minutes in order to find somebody to get open, because he can't read pre-snap. We know that he doesn't study. We know that he's not a bookworm like a Peyton Manning or something. We knew that as Yinzers and Steeler fans. We understand that about Ben. So all that Joey Porter did, he lifted up the curtain, and we seen what the wizard was. We
Right.
know who the wizard is, and it's Ben Roethlisberger. He's a fake. He's a fraud, but he could throw that. He could throw that pill. But we know as far as the human being goes, he ain't the one, man.
Yeah. I hate when these guys get these podcasts and then they act like they're, priests and reverends. They want to criticize everybody else like they were the best quarterback or this coach wasn't all that. And they act like they're holding it. A lot of these guys are doing it, not just Ben. We got to call out James Harrison too. And in fact, let me play a little bit. This is fair use. I'm going to play with a little bit of what Joey Porter said on Hayward's show. And I want to ask you guys about some of these players having shows as they're playing. And what do you think? Let's play that real quick.
Everybody's been bashing about Mike T since he's retired. Give me an example. Who y'all talking about? Y'all talking about James?
I mean, James has been vocal, as has Ben. Both have been vocal.
They tell the version of the story in Pittsburgh that they want to tell. And I told him, I said, how can you say he's not a great coach? Well, everything that happened good to you in football was under your watch. Your Debo name, when I played with you, was James Harrison. Under Mike, 3 or 4 Pro Bowls, Defensive Player of the Year, played in 2 championships, paid you over 50-something million. You think the head coach didn't have his hand in making that player? Then why would you take a shot at the guy who changed your life? Because Coward didn't change your life. Coward cut you 3 times. I didn't agree with none of it because I just feel like you took a shot at Mike. And in this space, Mike ain't go defend himself in this space. Well, he broke the brotherhood. Then 7 definitely broke the brotherhood because the shit that 7 did that we don't talk about is crazy. Out of anybody should talk, he should never grab a microphone and really talk Steeler business. Because if we talking Steeler business, his ass is foul of all foul. Like the shit that he's did is foul of all foul. He's not a good teammate.
Woo.
Won a Super Bowl with him.
Oh.
But the person, he's just not a good teammate.
Okay, there you had it. Joey Porter, always wants to talk that stuff on the mic in Super Bowls. Big Rome, Claudia, we'll come back to you, Smoker. Jim, any thoughts on that, Big Rome? Let's jump to you first.
I come from a place where locker room business stay in the locker room.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently it's only the case unless you got something to sell. Both of the people that had something to say against Mike Tomlin, both had podcasts. And they chose to sell this information to the podcast for clicks. Whether if it's true or not, whether they believe it or not, some things need to stay tucked if you're a type of organization that we believe that you are. And there's a lot of stuff that I've heard about Ben that haven't made it out past whispers and rumbles in the general Pittsburgh area.
Mm-hmm.
Now that everybody got a podcast, should everybody talk about what Ben did X, Y, and Z? Should we talk about James Harrison and whether he had a situation with his old lady at the time?
Right. Good point.
And throw that out into the atmosphere. So I just find it real peculiar that people all of a sudden want to trample on a man's name after, just like Joey Porter said, they became who they became underneath him. And now that he's on his way out, you want to get some points by getting clicks and things of that nature. So to each his own, but smells fishy to me.
Facts. Claudia, your thoughts, man.
Great point, Big Rome. In the locker rooms, at least in baseball locker rooms, they have 2 signs. They have one about gambling, and they have one, what goes on here stays here when you leave there. So I agree with Rome. And you know what? Anymore, it seems like guys, and Rome hit it all on the head. They want to, what do they call that? Shock jock. They want to break the news, and they want to say, whether it's true or not, it doesn't matter. Like if you go on Facebook, this guy died, and you look, damn, he died, and he didn't die. They just want clicks. At the end of the day, nobody, everybody's got something. Okay, I'm sure Roethlisberger did his thing, and Porter did his thing, and Harrison did his. Everybody did something, or they'll start rumors about somebody. Man, just go out and play. I don't care about that stuff, but I'm 1,000% with Rome. Some things should stay at home. Now, I've been guilty. I've ripped on some family members who did me wrong, but that was, I did that more for teaching lessons or to, whatever. But not just to blast somebody, But again, they do it to for attention. Everybody's, the social media is great, but can also be not so great. And podcasts, anybody can start a podcast. We all got one. That's great. But you don't have to do that kind of stuff, So
yeah. All right, hey Jim, we'll come to you 1 minute. Who to go? What's up? Who to go? We got Cody in here. Appreciate you. And we got who to go? Bathroom Ben should be locked up like 2 scumbags. That wow. See how you really feel. Who to go?
Hey.
Don't get us
right.
Oh man, they let me get that off the screen real quick. But I feel your sentiments. Should be locked up like Trump. All right. Hey, we got a phone. Jim, you want to say something real quick before you jump to this phone call? I ain't want to leave you out.
Yeah, I'll just say real quick. I told you guys back before the 2004 draft, Ben was my number 1 rated quarterback, but he wasn't a good person. But you can win with him. You know what I mean? I look for players that I can win with on the field. No, he didn't study, neither did Brett Favre or Terry Bradshaw, but they performed on the football field. I thought Ben would have been a better quarterback than Eli Manning and Phillip Rivers that year. I predicted that J.P. Loftman would be a bust. And don't forget, Matt Schaub was in that draft and did pretty good. He's the one that beat out Heath Miller at quarterback in college. And I thought that Ron Rutherford would have been good. But, hey, listen, man, guys who are off the field, we can talk about it all day and night. I don't have a hush button on my phone. So we know as far as on the field, Ben should be a first ballot Hall of Famer. But I'm not sure if he's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Eli is still not in.
Well, he's levels above Eli,
He had a 500 record. He won 2 Super Bowls, but he had a 500 record. Right.
I think Ben is a surefire.
I wouldn't say Fran Tarkenton was Eli's over all of them, and he wasn't a first ballot Hall of Famer. Fran Tarkenton was the number 1 quarterback in every single category you can have when he retired. So you don't know how these voters are going to vote. If they don't like you, Benny Paz is one of the greatest fighters I've ever seen in my life. I wasn't sure if he'd ever get in because the media, for some reason, didn't like him. So you got to be careful with just going by the stats because it's
right.
There's only 50 people. There's only 50 people that vote for the Hall of Fame, and 40 of them got to vote you in. And there's some rotten.
Yeah.
That's true. All right. I feel you. Hey, let's jump to the phone lines. We got my man Sean is in the house. What up, Sean?
What's up, Sean?
Hey, what's up, fellas?
All right. Thanks for the call.
Today?
Good, man. Good. What did you think about what Joey Porter said?
He said it best. Tomlin, not Cowher, is the reason why James Harrison got paid, got his name, everything. So, but James Harrison's always been the type to beat to his own drum. His last year here, he was crying because Tomlin had a plan for him, and he didn't like the plan, and he cried his way out of here, to which he ended up in New England, and they lost in the Super Bowl to the Eagles. So it doesn't surprise me that he's always taking shots at Tomlin. And I remember somebody said that Tomlin, that Ben should be, somebody said that Ben should be hired by the Steelers organization. I said, no, he shouldn't, because he's too selfish.
Right.
And I'll just say this. Due to things info I've been pertained to, I'm not going to put it out there. None of this stuff surprises me at all about Ben and the way he came out, Tomlin. I mean, there's no problem with being selfish, but it's the way you go about things. And it just goes to show how people really felt about Ben, because people came out the woodwork today for him, and these are former teammates with the Steelers with Ben. So it is what it is. It'll be interesting to see who comes to the Hall of Fame when he does get inducted. And that's
well, we know it won't be Joey Porter. Joey Porter won't be there when he goes in. That's one. Well, that's one we could scratch off for sure. Would you say, Sean?
No, I said yes.
Oh, okay.
As far as the Super Bowl's concerned, I'm not surprised the way it turned out. My thing was, if Seattle doesn't turn the ball over, they win the game. Sam Darnold had his worst game of the postseason in the Super Bowl, and they pretty much still manhandled the Patriots. So congratulations to Seattle on winning the Super Bowl. Next couple years, if you're looking to go to like big events, you're gonna be traveling to the West Coast because in January 2027, College Football National Championship is in Las Vegas. 2027, the Super Bowl in February is in LA. Then you got the Olympics the following year in 2028.
Bring your money, because California is the most expensive place in the U.S. for sure. You know, it's nothing to play with. So start saving now.
Hey, Luth, you went to Vegas, L.A., and Dallas, right?
Well, I went to Vegas and L.A. Yeah.
You didn't go to Dallas.
I didn't go to Dallas. No, I still got to get there for a game to see Jerry's World.
Me too. Yeah.
That's on my bucket list. Maybe you could sponsor me. You're a made man, Claudia.
Hey, Roman, Fillmore. I'm trying to go to Riverhound Stadium. My boy, he was going all over the place.
No, Jim was in Dallas.
Yeah, I've been to Dallas quite a few times, Claudio. It's all that.
All right.
All that.
Again, you ain't tell nobody.
Not as good as Houston.
Not as good as Houston. All right. What else? Right.
I've been I did the Jerry World's tour back in 2011. That was the weekend I was down in Dallas, the weekend of the Texas-Oklahoma Red River rivalry.
Oh, and, nice.
That was a good time. The only thing that sucked about that weekend was that when we did the tour of the stadium, we couldn't go on the field because this one I knew Taylor Swift was big. She had concerts at Jerry's World all weekend. So we got to do everything but actually go on the field because they were setting up for her. And that also was the year in which the Rangers, they had some long extra inning games that weekend, that Saturday. They went to the World Series that year, but Jerry's World is nice. I mean, it is nice down there.
Okay.
Nice. But I'm just happy that the Super Bowl went the way it went. Things are going to be open next year in regards to the AFC, NFC, but I'm not going to worry about that. I got a question for Claudio.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Claudio, what do you think about the Pittsburgh Pirates move, and what do you think about Andrew McCutchen? I guess he took off info on his social media pertaining to the Pirates.
Well, as I said, I do like their off-season moves offensively. And in my opinion, when everybody's healthy, they have a top 2-3 pitching staff, starting pitching staff in baseball. But what they're going to do, unfortunately, Sean, and I'll get to the McCutchen thing. Unfortunately, what I think they're going to do, when your best attribute is your starting pitching, but you only let them pitch 5-6 innings, then you go to the middle of the bullpen, and then you go to the closers, and you end up losing it. You didn't use your best attribute. That's like telling Muhammad Ali, don't dance, don't use that quick jab, or telling Buster Douglas not to use that quick jab. But or telling Rickea Jackson, don't hit home runs. Your best attribute is your starting pitching. Let them go, and then you don't have to depend on the bullpen as much. But I don't think they're going to do that. As far as Andrew McCutchen is concerned, I still think he has a lot left. He has great hands. They're very quick. In my opinion, the reason why he didn't hit higher last year was definitely not because he was aging, but because he took too many damn pitches. and he wants that ball right down Broadway. If he was a little more aggressive, I think he'd have hit for a higher average. Now, could they have kept him? And I think they could have kept him. And so they kept Sawinski, okay, but it does look like he's going to come back. I think, would I have kept him? I would have. But real quick, Sean, I don't want to be too long here, but on Shark Tank one time, they had this kid from Minnesota who had this invention for to put that black rubber stuff on the back of it, whatever, and he was crying. He said, the people in my hometown, they've lost their homes, and I want to bring jobs back to my hometown. And he's crying, and the people on Shark Tank are crying. And he said, man, I want to make this work. And then they were all wiping their tears, and they were telling their stories. But then they said, but it's cheaper to have it made in China. The guy said, no, we have to have it. We have to have it here in Minnesota. So Mark Cuban said, I'm out. The other guy said, I'm out. Mr. Wonderful said, they all said they're out. In other words, yeah, it's a nice story, but this is a business. I guess they just didn't think that McCutcheon had anything left. They signed Ozuna, a couple other guys. So it was a business move. Is there room for heart and passion? Not passion, but sentimentality in sports? I guess when you look at it, probably not. Although I do think McCutcheon still had another season left in him.
Yeah, I agree, man. It was. I think it was dirty the way they did him. I think they should have brought him back, even for leadership, everything. I mean, he didn't have a bad year for them.
No,
and I definitely would have brought him back. But I guess he'll end his career. Next stop is Hall of Fame, right, Claudio?
Right.
I don't think so. I don't
You don't
think
think so?
I do not. I think he was very, very good. Now, the reason why he may get in is because by the time he's eligible, who the hell is going to be in? I mean, Hall of Fame.
McCutcheon?
Yeah, he's very good.
Oh,
I just don't. You know what? Like when you see Dave Parker, Hall of Famer. When you see, Bradshaw, Hall of Famer. Frank, you don't think about it. If we have to debate it, then maybe he isn't a Hall of Famer. I just don't. I don't know if he was dominant in his time. Was he considered? I know he was an MVP. I just don't. It just doesn't scream Hall of Fame for me.
It's the team though. The team isn't dominant like that. But everyone knew when McCutcheon got to the plate, it was home run or triple.
right.
You knew you can't. Even fielding the ball, you can't hit the ball his way, man. He tracks him down. So
what did he do in Philly? What did he do with the Yankees? What did he do in San Francisco?
All right, I hear you, Claudio, but that wasn't prime.
right.
That's a
It was his
prime.
prime long enough. Dave Parker's prime was in Pittsburgh, but he did.
Look. His
did-
problem is he spent his prime in Pittsburgh. But look, 2013 NL MVP, 4-time Silver Slugger, a Gold Glove, 5-time All-Star, 2,000
That's Hall of Fame.
plus hits. You know what I'm saying? Those are
On a trash team.
We said it's Hall of Fame, but look at what happened recently. What we think is Hall of Fame, depending on who the voters are, it's not Hall of Fame. Like, I'm not saying that he is or he isn't. I think he's on the fringe.
Yes, he's a friend.
But if he's on the fringe,
Pirates, if he played for another franchise, I don't think there would be any question.
let me tell you something my brother's father used to say. If it's were a fifth, we all be drunk.
But for me, it has nothing to do with franchise. What team he played? Dave Winfield played for a bunch of them. Okay, Dave Winfield.
He didn't waste his time with the Pirates.
I really don't think, because then what you can say about Winfield, McCutcheon is when he was in his prime, the Pirates made the playoffs, so he helped carry them to the playoffs. So that helped, and there was no other superstar on the team that I shouldn't say superstar. There was no other name on the team that garnered that kind of attention.
Right.
I think he was a great player. I just think the Hall of Fame is becoming the Hall of Good, and that's just my opinion. And Deion Sanders did the same thing about the NFL. Again, he's a good player, but if we have to have a debate, and Big Rome said the key word, the F word, fringe.
Yeah,
I don't think he's fringe though. But like you said, Claudio, I guess that's a debate. I see his numbers. I see the effect that he had in the game, in the city, and the attention he garnished. So I'm like and he was dominant for a nice period of time. But I also on Luther's point real quick about the way they let him go and the reason why you retain him. One thing the Pirates are missing and haven't had is a consistent culture, and his presence brings culture. And for the young guys who and the Pirates always moving guys, they send away the good guys, bring away other guys. You need someone consistent, someone with a name, someone that the other young players can look up to, and that's the benefit of having Andrew McCutchen in the dugout.
For the first time,
Yep.
They shouldn't have let him go ever. He should have been there his entire career. But again, I came up in a different. Again, you talk about a 5-tool player like a Winfield, a Parker. Now McCutchen, I won't get into all that. Again, he was very good, but was he dominant for a long period of time? I don't think he was. A Hall of Famer to me, again, a Parker, a George Brett, a Ripken, consistency, and Winfield played on different teams. He played with Toronto, Minnesota, California, obviously San Diego, the Yankees. But was he dominant? When you say Reggie Jackson, you don't even think about it. McCutchen, his Pittsburgh years were very good, had a few great ones. San Francisco, nothing. Philadelphia, nothing. New York, nothing. I think he played for for me, I hope he gets in because I think he's a good man. But if I just don't see Hall of Famer as soon as I see him. Again,
do you think I got one question for you? Do you think it's like because he was a big fish in a small pond type of thing? You think that hurt? No, okay.
Because he helped. He was the name here. There was no one else. There was no one else stealing his thunder. It was him. You know, I like Jim one time. I had Roman Gabriel on my show, and he said, "Claude, I didn't know Roman Gabriel wasn't in the Hall of Fame because Roman Gabriel screams Hall of Fame. He's still not in it." But again, for me, Harold Baines, even though Harold Baines had the numbers, Greg Biggio, he had 3,000 hits. I give him credit, but he doesn't scream Hall of Fame. I guess you got to put him in because he had the numbers. Bagwell was not a Hall of Famer to me.
Oh, right. A lot of those dudes from that era.
Gale Sayers played 6 years, but look at this. Let's look at those years. Lynn Swann,
incredible, yeah.
Lynn Swann didn't play a long time.
Well, that's a good debate. We're going to see in a couple years. It looked like the Pirates got to fast forward that. That 5 years he got to wait because it don't look like he's going to catch on with a team unless some injuries happen, unfortunately. Yeah. Hey, real quick, who the GOAT is in there? He said Kutch's Hall of Fame for turning around a bum ass franchise. All right. Well, I mean, he definitely got him to the playoffs. Go ahead, Ron.
I was just saying, like, what we have to do, and I'd be excited to do that one of these weeks, is to list the players who are trying to get into the Hall of Fame and see how he matches up against us. That's what it is at this point. He could be the best guy 1 year and get in. But if he's up against 3, 4, 5, 6 dudes who's been waiting.
You have a point. That's a good point.
It's going to be a really difficult task for him to get in.
Great.
So instead of comparing him to Hall of Famers, we're comparing him to the ones that are eligible. That's a great point. Great point.
And that's what I'm saying. When you match him up with guys who came out, with him, he's one of the top. That's what I'm saying. Kutch is one of the top. Hey, Sean, you still there? Okay, looks like we lost Sean. Hey, freeze up a line, call 412-530-5063. Smoker Jim, did you want to add something to this?
No.
Joe, you crack me up. All right.
Hey, he leaned real close into his phone and he was like, No.
that you can see from that. All right, real quick, let's talk about the Super Bowl. Jim, now it's again, you just keep taking L's every time you go against me, brother. You said the Patriots were so great. You said Travion Henderson was the greatest number 32 that has played since O.J. Simpson, and it came back. That was a lie, Jim. Another L. Are you going to accept your L once again when you challenge me, Jim? And what do you have to say for yourself? Another L. How much money you lose at the casino, brother?
I lost heavy money.
Stop going against me, Brian. I mean, what did you see in New England that made you think they had a chance, Jim?
Well, it's not what I seen in New England. It's what I did not see in Seattle.
Did you have your glasses on, Jim?
One Seattle had a wide receiver, number 11, that had like 2,000 receiving yards.
And he didn't have to do anything.
And I had to look up.
Well, he couldn't.
I had to look up whether he played at The Ohio State or Teal College. I mean,
what?
Wow.
He was hurt. He got knocked out with a concussion, Jim.
You asked me a question.
All right. Just don't start lying now.
I should have seen that, Walker III, whose dad was in the stands, it looked like he was in a coma.
Chill, come on.
He don't like crowds. He don't like crowds. This guy was the original Black Panther. He had to be.
Wow, that's funny. That's funny.
I should have known that Walker III, who kept Corner Hayward on the bench at Michigan State, would have a great game. But hey, I tell you, man. Look here, man. Le'Veon Bell don't get enough credit. Maybe it's a Michigan State thing, man. But Le'Veon Bell don't get enough credit for that patient run. And don't forget, man, the originator of that patient run was Lorenzo White that had a 7-yard season.
I remember him.
And now is Kenneth Walker III. And I tell you what, everybody keeps talking about what this guy can't do. But this boy can run that football, man. If I'm a team like the Pittsburgh Steelers, this guy's not under contract, man. I got to get the best player available, man. I got to go after this guy, man. But,
look, hey, Barry Sanders wasn't the best pass blocker either, but who cares? He runs the ball.
I definitely did not see the referees was going to let Seattle hold on every play, every jump cut.
Oh, Jim, let's stop, Jim. Stop.
I definitely didn't see that Mike Vrabel couldn't coach in big games. I mean, this guy
Jim,
Super Bowl ring.
You got more excuses, Jim. Just take it.
I wasn't going to comment. Let me just finish with this.
Oh, my
Number
God.
38 was ready to run. Number 32 was ready to run. Vrabel took the ball away from them cats, man. He took the ball away from them cats. They would not run the football.
They couldn't run.
5 times in a whole game and they couldn't win the football game.
Jim,
they could. Hey, Luke, let me get this, man, because me and Jim took an L on this. I'm not that egregious with the excuses, though. This was a defensive led game, right? And yet, guess what? Jackson Smith-Njigba, before he was injured, he was not having a good game because Christian Gonzalez was out there losing his mind. He was out there playing big time ball.
He was balling.
He was playing big time ball. So, and the field goal kicker should have got the MVP because
that's true. No, that's not true.
Listen, hey, he basically beat them by himself. But the defense, picked the game out. The reason why I picked the Patriots was because of Mike Vrabel and his preparation. I didn't have faith in Drake May. I didn't have faith in Sam Darnold, and both of them played like garbage. But the Seattle defense showed who they were.
Gotcha.
They didn't run, and the Patriots couldn't run the ball. Didn't run the ball because they couldn't run the ball. Seattle defense was stuffing every run, so they had to pass when you're on 3rd and 13. When you're getting tackles for loss, you have to pass. They couldn't keep giving them the ball on that type of down and distance. And and so I take my L gladly. I wanted both teams to lose. I ain't care.
Real quick, hey, look. Listen, Stevenson, number 38, Ramondre. I called him Fumbleson for most of the year. He had 7 rushes, averaged 3 yards a carry, Jim. Your guy,
that's it.
The best 32 since O.J. Simpson, Travion Henderson, 6 carries for 19 yards.
That's it.
3.2 yards a carry. Drake May was their best running back.
Yes, he was.
Jim. So they couldn't run the ball, Jim. I don't know how you thought something was going to work out. Hey, but listen, we got my man, the Underground. Man, what's up? What's up? Go make sure you check him out. He got a great show, man. You get a chance to call in yesterday. We got Aaron. Aaron's on the line. What's up, Aaron?
Hey, what's going on? What's going on, fellas?
Right.
What's happening?
Not much. All I'm saying is New England running game has not been the same since they played the Steelers. That's when Vrabel took the ball out the running back's hands, because I think he was in there like 3 fumbles or something like that, and I don't know if Henderson finished the game. So
Yeah.
That team has not been as far as running the ball. Seattle put belt to you know what. I'm talking about them old-fashioned switches, butt whooping, smoking John.
You had to braid the 3 switches together, and got you.
Seattle sent New England to the tree to pull the branch off the tree to bring it back to them. That's what they made them do. Like, they had no chance up front. They was talking about Will Campbell as an offensive tackle. Granted, he's 22 years old. He still has to develop and get his body right. But his biggest thing is his arm length. He was a small arms, so it was hard for him to lock on. And by the time he's already getting pushed back.
Yeah.
So that's
look. And remember, Jim, I don't know if you remember it. I said when they drafted him, I said he was going to be a bust. He actually played better than I thought, but I thought they reached and got Will Campbell way too early. Patriots got him. I said, man, he's not worth that. He's going to be getting destroyed. Somehow they got to the Super Bowl and he got exposed greatly. I don't know if they're going to try to move him to guard or what, but I don't know if he'll ever make it as a tackle, like you said, Aaron. For real.
Yeah, I don't like him at a tackle. I like him at a guard position. I mean, look at the season.
You just don't like that player. He just said he don't got it.
Yeah, he just don't got it. Like, he's a good player. I think he's going to be a really good guard in the league, but at tackle, I don't know.
Okay.
He's getting beat. That was bad.
Has he won anything in college? Like, are we hyping him up? Are we I think we're searching for the next great thing in New England. You know, I don't know if he even like that.
Good point.
And to be honest, you lost to the Steelers. I don't think you deserve to be there. That's just
listen,
being honest.
But we talk about that game against the Steelers, Aaron. Yardage wise, it looked like if you just looked at the numbers, they put up a lot of yards against the Steelers. They just had a bunch of turnovers that game. But listen, the Steelers weren't so far off. You figure they fought Seattle hard until Jim's running back, Caleb Johnson, had a brain fart and let them get a cheap touchdown on a kickoff. But outside of that, they turned the ball over from Sam Darnold, and they fought hard, and they beat the Patriots. So, a couple things here and there. The AFC is not that great anymore.
Right.
I'm with you, but I definitely think it was a sorry bowl. I definitely think the Super Bowl should have been the Rams versus whoever. I think the Rams was one of the best teams in the league.
Right. Whoever won that was winning the Super Bowl, no matter who came out of the AFC. I agree.
How are the ratings? What did they say about the ratings?
Probably had the Super Bowl halftime was the highest ratings, but I don't know for the Super Bowl.
Stats up here.
Luther boy, he comes up. Ask him anything.
Man.
Yeah. So 124.9 million watched the Super Bowl, and his Bad Bunny's halftime show got 128.2, and now I heard it's up to 145 the all time. So you could play with numbers a lot.
I only go up after the Super Bowl.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, right after the Super Bowl, these are the numbers I got. And then now they're talking about 145 most watched, more than Michael Jackson and everything else. I'm like, come on. Y'all are just adding these numbers up. Come on. I don't believe it.
They talking about YouTube watches. That's they adding YouTube watches.
YouTube, there's no way more than Michael Jackson. No. I don't believe it. I don't believe it at all. But what did you think? I know it was a boring Super Bowl. There wasn't a lot of action in there. But the defense, again, 2 years in a row.
I loved it. I love defense, man.
Witherspoon was on fire, man. This guy, if Kenneth Walker didn't, Witherspoon was all over. Forced the fumble, the sacks. And the thing that I didn't like, people talk about Josh McDaniels. They were running the same blitz with Witherspoon the entire game. They didn't make any adjustment until late in the fourth quarter. but people talk about Josh McDaniels such a great offensive mind. I don't see it.
He got exposed.
He got exposed.
You got 2 rookie left tackles, and you got to do something to help them with that much pressure.
Exactly.
Like he's good when he does when the defense doesn't punch back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like you got to help your guys out. You can't just be out there like, hey, we're gonna do what we normally do.
Exactly.
That's what you got to see sometimes. You have to adjust.
Exactly, Aaron.
Right. And I don't think Vrabel, McDaniel are really catching as much heat as they should, because the game plan wasn't working and they waited so long before they made a change up. I could see if they were doing different blitzes. They were using the same exact blitz.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They were adjusted.
Yeah, bro.
You knew your tackles were weak, but it just was embarrassing. And I think certain coaches get a pass, and they're getting a pass, and I think they should be getting talked about in this game. I didn't think they were going to win, but I didn't think it would be this bad of a mismatch. And
the defense dominated way too much, man. All defense, man.
I think their offense got exposed. Do you really think that their wide receivers are top tier? I don't.
No.
So imagine that you're playing against a top tier defense that ain't letting your boys get on the off the line. That's what got them exposed. The two things, you got the tackle and the guard were underdeveloped at this point. And what they were talking about with Will Campbell.
Will Campbell, yeah.
Will Campbell has to change his point of attack. As an offensive lineman, if you have long arms, you can catch people coming off that line. With short arms, you have to attack that person at the point of attack. If you let that person come into your body, that same thing is going to happen, because my long arms can attack you and work your shoulder and get right around the corner, and that's happened the entire game. He just let people set and get into his body and made him into a turnstile the entire game. And that was the problem with him. And their wide receivers, average at best. So he wasn't going to get time to get the ball off, because them dudes wasn't getting off the ball and getting open. Not until
as a coach, you would think you would do something to help them guys be put in a better position. Like, for example, when New England played the Steelers, they had used Hunter Henry, the tight end. Okay, they attempt to run the ball. You have to run the ball more. You got to use your tight ends. You got to be creative when you got such a young group of guys up front. I'm not saying they're not going to be good eventually, but if you don't change your style up and you want to be pretty much hard-headed, and that's what happens. My grandma used to say, "A hard head make itself behind." Guess what?
Right.
And Aaron, you and Big Rome made excellent, and so Luther as well. Excellent points. Excellent points. Lack of adjustment. Excellent point.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. But hey, real quick. Okay, Alvin said he thinks the Pats are middle of the road team next few years. Their chance was this year. I don't know. I think the Patriots, they have money to spend, and they're a young team.
Yeah.
So I disagree, Alvin. I think they can make some adjustments, because they're really ahead of schedule. Nobody thought the Patriots would be here, and now they have money.
I'll say this: they played the easiest schedule in the entire league. I think somebody said they had to make it to the Super Bowl. They had the easiest schedule to the Super Bowl history.
Facts.
So this year they're playing a first-team schedule. So that will be the telltale sign that if they got what it takes, because no more patsies. Every team that they're going to play outside of their conference is going to be that first. Is going to be a number like the best squad out of that particular conference, out of that particular.
That's true. They got that first place schedule. You're right about that.
That's what I was trying to get at. So we'll see how they are, because they're going to be playing top-notch people week in and week out.
Definitely.
Now their defense shows up, but their offense, I think, is going to struggle.
Yeah, and listen, a lot of people tried to say Drake May was the MVP.
I didn't believe that for a second.
Stafford. Jim, that's another. You said he was the MVP. I told you Stafford, was levels above him. He feasted off of a weak AFC division that he was in. The Miami's trash. Buffalo had a down year defensively, and the Jets trash. So you could put up a bunch of numbers against teams like that. And But once he started playing the tougher teams like a Houston, like a Denver, and like a Seattle, the limitations came. But yeah. So
Stafford had to play the 49ers twice, and he had to play the Seahawks twice. You know what I mean? That division right there, the NFC West, is the best division in football right now, or at least past year anyway. And Stafford came out on top.
Okay. Jason's in there. He said, "Let's go Hawks for the next 5th most cap space in the NFL." Wow. Okay.
I got a question. Y'all read Gonzalez, the cornerback for New England, came here to Pittsburgh and he interviewed, and they said that he was like a terrible interviewer and all this other stuff. I think that's overrated. Like, you got to look at the football player, because somebody can't do certain things or understand. Like, if you teach him the right way, that young man is one of the top corners in the NFL. He will be.
Great point. Again, great point. I'm reading a book about Joe DiMaggio. Joe DiMaggio, when he first came up, didn't say 2 words to anybody. He wasn't, much for personality, but he could play. I think that thing is overrated. You hit it right. And same with coaches when they do interviews. They might be able to interview and have the big playbook, but can they coach? I'm with you.
I think that was a ruse because they wanted Christian Gonzalez, and they just put that out there hoping he'll drop. That's what I think that was.
Hey,
right.
I hope so, because that young man can ball.
Yeah, he can.
He get out of control, man. He can definitely ball.
And in this day and age where they throw flags all the time, he didn't get one damn flag.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was a lightly officiated Super Bowl.
I liked it.
Absolutely loved it.
Let him play.
Let them boys play. They didn't start throwing them flags until the 4th quarter, man. I was like kind of taken aback, like,
are they there?
They've been thrown it. Then I seen the first flag.
And then
like in the 3rd quarter. Yeah. And then it was done until like close to the end of the 4th quarter. There was rarely any flags that controlled the game.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that so much. They let these boys play. The boys was hitting.
Yeah.
They wasn't calling them weak calls after
what did they say about a boxing referee? The best boxing referees are the ones you don't even know he's in the ring.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah, appreciate that. Hey, I like this comment. Jason, he says the Pats beat 11 teams that fired their coaches.
That's crazy. Crazy.
And maybe one more that could have. They played the Jets twice. I like that, Jason. I didn't think about it.
That's pretty good.
Wow.
That's good. That's good.
My last thing, and I'm out of here. I just want to say the City League Championship boys and girls game is on Sunday.
Oh, they're both on. So they moved them both to Sunday now.
Yeah, they moved them both to Sunday now.
Okay. All right, I'm glad because before I think you said it was going to be the girls Friday and the boys Sunday, and it looks like it's going to be a matchup of Alderdice and Obama boys and girls, right?
Playoff game is tomorrow. I'm not going to say that, but the playoff
they're the favorite.
We'll see who gets there. That's all I can say.
I got you. Thanks for that, man. We'll meet you out there, man. We're going to definitely be handing out some trophies to the player of the game, one female and one male, man. Appreciate the update.
From what I'm hearing, just to let you know, the girls got the night game.
What?
Oh,
well, you know what? That makes sense, Aaron, because there was a big fight the first Obama Alderdice game. Remember? Yeah, at Obama there was a big fight. So now the boys get the early game and the girls get the prime time. So
Peabody always had a good hoop team, man. I know it's Obama, but I'm still calling him Peabody. Peabody always had a good hoop team. I like Peabody. They got a good hoop team.
Oh, man, we don't want to hear that. And Westinghouse hardly ever had a good team.
Hey, except when they beat Peabody, but it's cool.
My sport was football, man.
Listen, in all the sports I played, I ain't never lose to Peabody, not one time. And I beat Kevin Barlow twice.
Wait, what?
In the city champ, 95, 96 city championship. Beat them twice. Stop that. Hey, yo, I ain't lose to Peabody in track or wrestling or football. I didn't lose to Peabody track, wrestling, or football.
Talk for more.
Not one time.
Okay, I thought Smoker Jim was the only one with Al Bundy stories. Now we got Fillmore.
Yeah, 2 of them.
Hey, I had 3 touchdowns one game, baby.
Put it off on Fillmore.
Hey, look, I got the newspaper clipping to prove it. Don't play. I got receipts.
Hey, that's AI generated. Get out of here.
Hey, I got stuff from the courier. You know.
Oh man. Hey, but Aaron, man, appreciate the call, man. We'll definitely try to get out there on Sunday, man. Where is it going to be at?
Bashir High School.
Oh, it is going to still be at Bashir. All right. Appreciate that. All right, Aaron. Appreciate you, man. All right, it's 10 o'clock. That's our time. Smoking Jim, you've been quiet. Give us some final thoughts on the game. Are you going to accept your L's? And you're going to take that off for Travion Henderson about that?
Well, I'm pretty sure I was at the game in '94 when Kevin Barlow won the City League championship. He was a sophomore. He caught the ball better than any big running back ever seen. That was one thing that I quoted, that this guy not only is a great runner, but he catches the football. So I got to go with Fulmer the next 2 years because Barlow won it as a sophomore, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. How many touchdowns he run for against you in '94 though? That's what I want to know.
I ain't played in. I was at Arsenal. I was at Arsenal. That wasn't me. I'm gonna have to ask my man Io Daisy and them guys, man. But we came back and did 2 years back to back. My man Rob Dixon held him to 20 yards both games. Stop playing.
All right, hey Jim, I know what everybody know. Before you get out of here, did you watch Bed Bunny's halftime show? And what did you think?
No, I don't know who Bad Bunny is.
Oh, okay. Uncle Ruckus want to know that you watched the other one with Kid Rock.
No, I don't even know who he is. I do know who Jelly Roll is. I think he plays for the Tennessee Titans.
Oh, okay. All right. There's a couple jelly rolls in the NFL. Smoking Jim.
He had a uniform on in the one commercial I see. Those jelly roll, whatever he is.
All right. Hey man, just wanted to get your thoughts on there, man. A whole lot. We had the NBA fight. My man Isaiah Stewart, his brother's always trying to fight. He came off the bench. He got the tape and the ice on his knees. And Duncan Robinson is catching heat, number 55. Now, your team is fighting. You behind the ref. Come on, Duncan. You got to do better and at least act like you're supporting your team, man. But, that was the best fight I've seen in years in the NBA. A lot of nice punches.
But no one connected. It may be like one or like there was like 8 punches thrown. There's like 9 misses. Like the math is crazy.
Your accuracy was horrible.
Luther, what do they call punch stat? It would be 0 punch stat.
Right.
Yes. There was almost a takedown though. I like that. It was almost a takedown.
Hey, Luther, I know we got to go, but don't forget who did Claudio say was going to get the Super Bowl MVP?
Oh yeah, you called that. You called Kenneth Walker. I got to give you.
Yeah,
credit.
you did. Yeah, you did. Yeah.
And I won money on that, Jim. Did you win any money? Oh, you lost money, Jim.
Hey, Luther, the better fight, Claudio and Fulmer. The better fight in Big Rome. The better fight was going to come Saturday night when Luther went after 10 white guys from Ohio.
Hey, I ain't scared. I had the trainer. I had the trainer from World Class with the show enough haircut had my back.
Yeah.
What happened? You gonna mess with a man with a hairstyle like that, Smoking Jim?
Nah, he don't care. Look, if he don't care about his hair, he don't care about his life.
I said, look,
what happened?
What? Listen, Claudia,
I didn't know what happened.
Oh, well, what happened is there was a guy, of course, a friend of the show that we had on the show a couple times. Johnny Spells was in there, and he was fighting against what was it, Torres or somebody, Daniel Torres, and he had some guys from Ohio coming in, and I said, before the fight, I said, man, Spells is gonna put the beats on your boy. You know, joking, talking, and then Spells didn't start off too well, and they were going at me the whole time. Jim slapped hands. I'm like, man, you can't slap hands with them, man.
Come on, Jim.
I wouldn't. Hey, you let it get personal, man. Whoever wins, listen. Always say, I want to see a knockout, even if it's my guy getting knocked out. I'm going to fight to see knockouts. But hey, Luther, did you ever see that Spells landed in the 7th round?
No, I'm still looking for it. I gotta find that, man.
I don't know how the dude got up, man.
I wish you would have threw that a couple more times, man.
Oh, woo.
But it was a great night of fighting, man. I appreciate the fight card that McSorley put on. It was classic, some great fighters, and we're definitely going to support the boxers and have a couple of them on the show, man. It was a nice time, packed crowd. I think they're going to be at the Meadows next time, so we'll be out there as well. So, hey, a lot of good things. Real quick, last comment, Lori Penn, singing the African-American national anthem in tribute of Whitney Houston. I'm not a football fan, but she's glad Seattle won. Oh, yeah. Coco Jones did an excellent job singing. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, she did.
I enjoyed it. And she had, I think she did an ode to Whitney Houston with her outfit, Donovan Mitchell, the basketball player, was there supporting her. So a lot of good stuff on there. Next week, we're going to get into more of the Steelers draft and some things that we're looking at. Still trying to put together a few things for everybody to come out and support during the draft. So excited about that. Phil, morning, last thoughts before we get out of here?
Oh, no, man. I ain't got much, but I appreciate everybody that tunes into You Had to Beat Her podcast, man. We'll be podcasting tomorrow at 8:30. So tune in. You Had to Beat Her, number 2.
All right, Big Ron, what's all your man before we get out of here?
Happy Black History Month.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad you mentioned that because there's something I wanted to put out there. Got to give a You Deserve credit ode to my man, Russell. Erin Jackson, first Black woman to win an individual medal in a Winter Olympics. So she got the gold medal. So kudos to Erin Jackson, first Black woman to win an individual Olympic gold medal. So kudos to her, man. That's big, that's huge, and to do it in Black History Month is really impressive. Claudio, any thoughts? Any final thoughts? Oh,
yes, Claudio. Yeah, go ahead, Claudio. Do it.
Hey, he's the man. Hey, listen, man. I appreciate all the people who came through, and again, I'm glad. I'm so glad that Joey Porter put it out there. I think Ben Roethlisberger was talking a whole lot. But again, a lot of former Steelers and current Steelers. Patrick Queen said talk. Zach Banner, I can't wait to say something about it. So look for Zach Banner to say something. Rudolph, the current backup quarterback, he said go off. Mike Adams, amen. Hold them boys accountable. Ben talking blank about anybody is comical. We got Kendrick Green, real. And we got Mike Mitchell, Peasy, is talking that talk. So a lot of former Big Ben teammates weren't feeling the way he did things as a teammate, not signing autographs for their family. And, we all know about the bathroom Ben situation. Can't let that go, man. Shouldn't throw stones when you got a glass house. Ben talking trash on everyone else. And he's done a lot of dirt. So that is, go ahead.
Hey, Luther, I can see the former Steelers didn't use no big words. He said the average football player read at a 4th grade level, so they proved that on the text.
Oh, Jim, man, listen, whatever, man. I agree, man. He wasn't a
Talk that talk.
Hey, you don't have to say a whole lot, man, but he did not have a lot of support.
They can't say but that.
Anyway, on that note, check us out, website SC Sports World. We'll be back next week. Got a lot of great things planned, some special guests coming in the house. For Smoker Jim, Claudio, Fillmore, Big Ro.
Good seeing you guys. Good seeing you.
Good seeing you. Peace.